mean, no, it's more like a thought process, really. That's how our grading system got. It's more like an ideology.
Like if you get to sit at home and get paid, listen, maybe this is so. Like sometimes the whole game.
Yeah, what's the heck is
But my easiest class this semester so far is math.
really? Who's math class you got?
Music coach.
You keep your schedule and your
Somewhere in here.
oh, you keep a lot of papers in that.
Like,
You have algebra too.
yeah. Just my pocket has turned into a filing cabinet.
Your red line, yeah.
I was trying to like push it down or making it where I can't fall, but when they turned into like the hardest part of the shirt.
And you went into oh yeah, right. You weren't in you were in that's crazy.
What are you talking about?
You're like, yo, you should have went on the field trip. You can't.
Oh, with the WoW.
Yeah. The Wowie Zowie field trip.
Is that actually to like a WoW company?
World of Work. That's what it stands for, but yeah, I think. No, like, it was like,
We get internet from them.
oh, you mean the internet company? No, not that company. What is he doing up here?
But then they're gonna end up being dead by poison. Poison, I'm drowning in poison. I'm filling up my glass, but it's always hollow, full of poison. Poison. The monster, living in the wrong. What if I'm the problem that's behind all along? What if I'm the one who killed you? Every time I came to guilt.
Well, I know as a friend of my bed,
Oh, really? What do you do?
They had that throughout today. Apparently he's had a crush on her for about a year now, and I've been with one of his best friends. Figured it out in September. And Ethan, which is her cousin, didn't figure out who it was until yesterday or this morning. And she didn't know that one of my hair is no, it's not even.
Wow, look at that. Hopefully you're taking care of your hair.
When you get longer hair, your hair starts like falling more.
Oh yeah,
Down, I know this well.
I got seeds.
I lost my mentor, my mom.
Yes, this small little paper sheet contains a bunch of seeds. And apparently,
through dangerous
wildflower seeds. It doesn't really say how often the water you should.
You should probably do research on them before planning.
I'm sure they're native.
Wildflowers are not native, though.
I know that. Shut up.
Are there even any flowers considered wildflowers that are native to the states that they're in? Because if they're native, I don't think they're considered wildflowers.
That's for sure.
I say that is accurate.
Really in charge of things.
Say that. I did it. That's why I'm late sleep.
Yes, this is war sport. Yes, this is wildflowers.
Everyone knows that there's a brand new dog.
Plant under a thin layer of soil and water daily until seedlings are well established. So it just says daily. And the amount of water you'll need will depend on how many seeds you plant in the same spot.
That's a lot of seeds.
But the demon is a
Those little pumps.
Stop giving him the time of day. Listen to what he said. I hope he had a nice vacation.
It's like about 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's a lot of seeds in one area. I'm just gonna drop the entire thing.
Yeah, then the seeds are gonna drown.
That's the whole point, baby.
That's why I took care of it. I killed it by drowning.
What's the name? I had like a, what was it?
Instead of a cloud-chasing, mediocre video podcast, is Mark's insecure pursuing a lure? Between this, that, and that is nothing more than every day's got a new format.
What was it? I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like a computer department. But it took care of my wait house. I bet you it's still like out in the backyard. Which is very good.
When you go back to it, it's just like the size of a fucking tree.
You old tiny.
You know, assuming that it won't get cut down. Or,
I mean, let's be honest, Raleigh's dead now. Because of the flooding that happened today. Was it yesterday?
no, it was like
Day
Monday.
before.
No, Tuesday, yeah, it was Tuesday.
Day before yesterday.
Monday.
I'm gonna make
What's the name?
It was Monday.
tune on in when I'm done.
But yeah, it probably drowned.
Know it's races run. Oh, this will be fun.
Fuck.
When was the last time you've seen stuff?
10 years ago.
Great when God all
I was yay old.
with you know this, but our path to home is blocked by an unnatural storm. I ask for your assistance. We at last can go the distance. Can you cast the perfect winds for us and lead our journey home?
Ha ha ha, I am the wind, twisting and turning. I need the fire enough to stay burning. Let's play a game, that's what I'm searching. And if you win, you will get what you're yearning. Take a look right here in this bag. It has the winds of the storm all trapped. All you have to do is not open this bag. So it sounds too easy, what's the catch? Ha ha ha. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Never really know who you can trust. If they wanna get the bag open, you gotta say no. Sometimes the end always justifies the means. Friends turn to foes and rivalries. So keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Never really know who you can trust.
Captain, what's happened? We're trapped in the bag. Something dangerous, friends, we mustn't lie. It's treasure. What? Open the bag, let's see what you got. No, do not! Everybody listen closely. See how this bag is closed, well, that's how it's supposed to be. This bag has the storm inside. We cannot let this treasure rumor fly.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust.
Now they wanna get the bag open so they can have closure.
Sometimes thinking is a motion.
Cause
The end all is justified.
the lead.
Everything changes like quality.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
For 9 days I've stayed wide awake, trying to make it home with no storm or tidal wave. I remain unopposed, the bag is still closed, and I'm getting closer to you. I can't wait to make some new memories. Time for me to be the father I never was. Just keep your eyes open, my eyes and my heart and my soul so free. Just keep your eyes open. I am trying to embrace you both. Why won't you let just keep your eyes open?
So much has changed, but I'm the same. Yes, I'm the same.
Just keep your eyes open.
Wake up.
Alright.
Wake up. Odysseus, they're opening the bag. Wake up! Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you
Yeah.
Where's the storm taking us?
I said to keep the bag
Yeah.
closed. You were excited.
So if I
I
had
had
the
to
last time
let
was
your
simply
friends
It depends, really. Okay, at least with like a gun, there's a chance that somebody hits. With a knife, like if you're in close quarters,
No. I'm not talking about like a teenager or something. I'm talking about like a little kid, like toddler.
then, yeah, of course. I can see that. Yeah.
Oh, Odysseus up in the car!
Do you know who I
That was so much shit, bro.
In all my years of living, how can that I get there? Please don't tell me you're about to do what I must say. What a brilliant speech you gave. Who goes there? Just a friend who can help you save your men. A fellow like Cersei's not to be messed with. Not really but have a searching goal. Find an invention, so who's not afraid to send a message. Like to use words to blow out, would you like to use fuzzy words? Speak in the night of the dance for hours. You can be heard, you can be heard. Would you like to have some of the magic? Would you like to have cup preferred? Even in the night the fight can be tragic.
She can turn you good and she can on your hardest day. She can
Remember I'm a monster, and I get to the bones. Where's the launcher? We'll make it run along. Wouldn't you like to wake up the hour? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, you like after hours. You can be hurt, or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like to have deep in the night, the light after hours?
Here in the room, this flower that has such a power to take you on. You must consider it tested and you'll manifest a being of your creation.
This is the same thing. I'm not. I did not get that.
You can be hurt, but you can hurt. You like to do some of the things you can be hurt. Please you like to do some of the magic when you like to do some of the
Good luck.
I really wish I had a car.
Specifically, infamous reasons clear the Chattahoochee River at Columbia and Gordon. The warning will remain active for the next 24 hours. Individuals who may be affected by
And
the
lady of the
flooding
power,
along the
sorry
river.
that I asked this, but I hope that I've been misinformed. And as a dozen scouts to take a look around through here, and they wound up at your door. And through the years they seldom they get a warm welcome. So I must ask just to be sure. Did you do something to them?
Have a nice day.
When it was revealed their true form, he turned them into pigs. Huh. I don't know who you are or why you're here, but let me make this one thing clear, that I've got people to protect, notes I can't neglect, so I'm not taking chances, dear. If you make one wrong move, then you're done for. Anything I don't approve, then you're done for. I could put a spell on you, and you're done for. Well, you better run, or soon you will be done for.
I don't mean to tip your scale, but you will fail at placing any spells on me. I just ate a flower, one that drains your power, so you better cower now and flee.
You must be a liar, mortals can't acquire money without dire consequence.
Then I must be a god like you, cause I got this root from the ground with my bare hands.
Hermes gave it to you, didn't he?
Okay, fine, yes. Well, regardless,
That's crazy.
you and I are now
Crazy. Did you get off the bus?
Yeah.
My man is schmoozing at the moment. So I have to somehow beat
Oh, yeah.
I have to beat both these bosses without dying. Not impossible, just improbable. We're gonna do defense up. Are we allowed to use food items? Cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna I'm actually using the items that exist in this game. That's crazy. Never really thought about them until up to now.
One of those stand guys offered me Water World. What's a little far for a commute? That is far, far from me.
Yeah. Is it pretty far?
But I mean, hey.
Keep these trailblazers.
Oh, hey,
your
Cherry
lesson.
Blossom. Good stuff. Alright. Hey, Dad. Nothing much. Yeah? Yeah.
You got for a couple more months.
Like 3, 4, something like that. Hey, Kingston, come here real quick. I got candy for you. Turn on the light. Yeah. Chocolate. Shot. All right. Kingston, turn on the light. Here.
Oh, look what time it is! Oh, beep, 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 beep. Remarkable. Sure enough, not even the highest difficulty challenge can phase you. But I believe it is enough. Fantastic. Just seeing you untangle my puzzle and breaking through.
I'll just take the meat lovers.
You're done for. Anything the one to prove that you're done for. But it in the spell saves you, cause you're done for. Will you never run, no, soon you will be done for.
Oh, you haven't cooked it? Well, I'll just take the stuff you're cooking right now. Then. Oh. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I don't think so. It's very nutritional anyway.
I'm not sure I follow.
You know, everything won't be known in the acts of lust. What? Sure. Follow.
Alright. We're in my room.
There are other ways of persuasion, and there are other modes of control, and there are other means of deceit, and there are other roads to the soul, and there are other actions of passion.
Hey, what floor is your room on?
Mine?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay. Are we going by the ground floor rules again?
What? No. There's the first floor, the one where you walk in through the front door, and then you go up one. Everything above me is more entertainment stuff.
What?
That's a very weird way to organize your facilities, mate.
Or just keeps them out of the way. It's really, that's all it does. Just keep them out of the way. Of men from the fire, and show me that you're willing to burn. Just look up to say about the mistakes I made. Don't be afraid to make the mistakes I ever made. Catherine, it's been a while. Recently, a videotape was reported stolen, but the elderly researcher from the Department of Insight, who was in charge of it, is a bit stubborn. She insists that the footage contains sensitive material and refuses to let security department get involved to conduct any investigations. You left a good impressions on the old heads of the department, and have quite a positive reputation among the elderly here. If you go to investigate, I'm sure the seniors will cooperate. How did I ever become the go-to gal for the elderly? Nice. I knew I could count on you. The old lady is Esther. You can find her in the master control zone. I'm right now busy taming this Wabaloo at the moment, so talk to you later.
Also, I met an instructor that what's the name, plays Baldur's Gate. That was pretty fun.
Oh my god, my man said you have to roll if you want an extension on your assignment. Anything less than a 10, and you just get the grade you get.
Bro.
That man hopped on YouTube. I heard that doo-doo.
It's not YouTube.
I won't go until you reply.
Who? What?
God damn it.
had a bunch of options because Pit basically tells you, yeah, you're old. And you're like, wait, that first sentence,
Well,
are you
he's
being
not wrong.
sarcastic? And then I had a bunch of options, and I clicked one immediately that said, I won't go to the mission until you reply. Accepted mission. Because you can't. Bro, that man will never answer that. Crazy. But at this rate, the more I complete a side quest, or at least every time I complete a side quest, a new side quest shows up. And it is killing me, bro. I still have 18 missions to go before I can... I think this game just has an infinite amount of side quests. I think it's not worth it. What I'm doing is stupid.
No.
Oh, some dude in my live stream who's apparently like an end gamer, he was kind of teaching me through the junk, and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, he was nice. He was telling me how I should be using Bronya more, and I'm like, yeah, but she's not that useful to me. She's kind of whatever. And then, like, later on, he's like, yeah, Bronya's not useful early game. You know, she's more of an end game. You gotta build her up and this and this. I'm like, I told you, that's why I don't use
Welcome
it.
to Genshin Impact, where, like, primarily of the cast is either two types. They're either useful from the beginning and still somewhat useful at end game, or sucky at the end, or no, not sucky at the end, but sucky at the beginning and then good at the end. It's crazy.
Because Bronya's whole thing is like, her basic attack is absolute garbage. It is very bad. But then her ability is to pass her turn onto anyone she feels like, and it gives them a damage boost. And then her ult just gives everybody a crit and a damage boost. And I'm like, that's cool, but like, it's so minuscule, it's nothing. But then, like, I read the abilities later on. It's like, yeah, tag to the person. It increases Bronya's speed, so Bronya will come back. You shoot with that person, come back as Bronya, pass to another person, have them go up forward, then have Bronya come up forward, and it's basically just never have the opponent play the game. And I'm like, that's crazy. But that requires me to be like a level 180 or something like that. Like, that's also completely crazy that I would still be playing the game at that point. He was talking like, yeah, don't do this specific mission or any of these missions until you're like level 50, because that's when you can get better stuff. And I'm like, bro, you can't be serious. Like, you are min-maxing my experience right now. You're telling me I can't do something because that's not how you min-max? To be fair, I was just complaining about how this game makes you min-max. But, you know, whatever. Because one of the abilities you have to get is by doing Echoes of War, which is just fighting previous bosses, is all I think it is. But you can only do 3 a week, and I did them, like, immediately, and I thought it was joking when it was like, yeah, only get the reward for 3 a week. Nah, bro, once you do the 3, it's like, you can do it, but you won't get anything. And I thought that was so stupid. I was so mad. So much power, but there's no puppet here. This is the price, the lost of man. I'm just so much power, so much power. There's no puppet here. I do know.
All right, here we go.
I do know a late game kind of thing I want to do, which is Sampo, because Sampo is still my favorite guy. I don't know why. I really hated him when he showed up at the beginning of that story. But then
why did you hate
him? Because he was annoying. I hated him so much. I thought he was so stupid. But then, like, he doesn't even change. He just continues showing up, and I'm like, it's kind of funny. And then dialogue options are like, so, we have to go and beat the big bad.
but where's Sampo? And I'm like, bro, there's no way you can continue asking about this guy for no reason. And you know what? It was just funny, bro. Like, he's clearly a thief, and that's his whole thing. But they never stated not a single time that that man is a thief. They just say he does stuff, and that's it. He's just stupid. Also, his ultimate is one of my favorites in the game, with a good line that goes with it of the stupid king jump. I think that line is so lit. The customer is king, and for me to betray the king, well, you have to make it worth my while.
I mean, my man, he has the logic now.
I could easily see him in our sessions. Maybe not as anything more powerful than anyone else, but definitely just being around.
I think he wouldn't function very well as a character if he was actually very powerful.
He doesn't need to be powerful. He just needs to bide his time.
That's like the whole thing. There'd be no reason. It's like for most, it's just like for like solo leveling guy. It makes no sense like he acts the way he does when almost all his abilities, and also plot wise, just ignores a lot of things. I find it pretty weird that in a world that has a literal level system, nobody thinks, or apparently nobody's able to level up except for him. I think that's like another lit RPG. That's what I'm going to call that genre, because there's really nothing else to call it.
I also thought about it earlier during the live stream that it randomly came to me, but like I did this game before it came out, or at least I did the mini game, the simulated universe. Sam had already did that.
Ow.
She literally created an entire universe and technically Clovis did it too, but that wasn't really seen in Silent. But she did make basically a universe that was basically a replica of this, which is kind of the point. But hers wasn't smaller. It just loaded. It loaded different than the game describes how their game loads.
Well, that's all well, Kings. You gotta eat the french fry.
And it's to the point that Deadpool continuously keeps thinking that he is inside said simulation.
Nah, dude. No. Gotta eat those french fries. I have some little sticky notes.
So much power.
I got home, my wife waits for me.
Oh, wait for me.
My everything.
My Penelope. Oh, my power. All my power. But it's 12 long years.
So 12 long years since I have seen my wife.
It's 12 long years since I've seen my wife.
To end my life.
As they would beg mercy.
Grant us mercy and let us puppets
Poseidon, eh? There might be a way
Way
to
to persuade him.
There might be a way to get home. Though the several ways very dangerous. It might be your one final hope. I know of a brilliant prophet. Problem is this prophet is dead. I can't get you home.
Imagine getting shredded for not blocking. That's crazy.
I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead.
helping us?
There are
Other ways of persuasion. There are other modes of control. And there are other
act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road. I remember actions of passion. I have been in love before.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. So much power, there's no puppeteer. Little girl, she's afraid of the big bright world. She grew up within her castle walls. Every day began to run, and then right in the rising sun, they would lead the way, now afraid, all alone. They want her, they'll go there. There's creatures that are hiding in the dark or something ain't creeping. They told her, don't you worry, I'll go everywhere I go. Get in the mountains, the valley low. Kill everything you've been keeping out, just let me in. Everything you want and go to the magic story you've been told, a living safe under my control. Just let me in. Do 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 do.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm just gonna turn this off.
Oh.
Alright, where's that pamphlet at?
Hello.
I got a lot of paper to sort through. All these are utter trash. Well, yeah, this was... Okay, so the bomb squad that was there...
Bomb
just
squad?
provided basically... Yeah, there was a bomb squad.
Yo? Why?
It's a job fair.
Oh. Never mind. Never mind.
That's clearly useless. This is also completely useless.
These things take a long time, though. I really don't want it.
Actually, this isn't useless. I apparently need to scan this, which I will scan, because this is a volunteer program. Well, I don't know if I should do volunteer programs, because at this point here, I'm about to graduate. I don't gain anything from doing this.
True.
Unless it's like, they document hours.
Hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you were. How do I hope I'm waiting for the world to end?
You know, sometimes when I'm doing stuff like this, I really do deep down, it's like, man, you know, I absolutely suck. I could have did this sooner. But then I had to realize that I just I couldn't do stuff like this in the first place, because I don't, well, you know, have time for this type of stuff. Because, you know, I gotta watch those siblings and all. Which, you know, given with what they heard and seen, hey.
I messed up. I did it bad. Can I? Yeah, I did. Okay, nope, I messed up. The steel got an automobile on my minimum wage. That feels the running around out of space. True, and the room and you can bend. The back their whip, shape shifted tips, the words again. For your mind, everyone. Oh snap! I forgot I'm recording. Hello, stream. Completely forgot about you guys. Yo, Mabu. Independent route numbers right now. It's in the variable for a reason, gang. I realized the day and I still pulling numbers in these fleas. No rappers that signed to the streets because the only deals you took was a plea because my good money, Wally P, and shout out my label, that's me. I want 100% of my cousins, bitch, nobody taking a fee. So 3.141592653, I'm the king of MIC. They're in the building medical release, but here's the best
So
NYPD.
the reason why I do this actually is because I just need the experience. Oh, or whatever. Volunteer someone, blah blah blah. When you volunteer, you become an integral part, blah blah blah.
She giving her brain, she giving her head to call her Virgil. Because the way she be blowing shit got me dead. Like, ha ha ha, I got R10. I would have made this in the circle. Cause she like my blue and I like purple. So I blew her back out and I left her on red. Get it? Cause blue and red equals purple. So I blew in my hack and I left her on red. I left that over your head. 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, 4. They all their knees to the flow. Keisha, Becky, Zoe, Zoe. Taking me begging for more. She blocking that bitch, she calling me bro. Is she my dog then chew my bone? Move, move. Little Mabu, the game, she switching up flow. Cause all my competition.
Okay, cool. Never mind. You actually do gain some benefits. Okay. Keep active. Okay, look. Senior TVAs can apply for college scholarship. And judging on that, they do actually have some scholarship. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Alright, I need an application.
Lately, every place that I should go. Every place that I know that I'm not the only person in my soul. And every night I have to live inside. And if I'm angry, I should hide. Cause if I were to try to pick a fight, I would probably take a chance and I'll die. So Two-Face called me a hobby, never know when it could change. Tried to talk to my reflection, but he said he wants my name. Wake up the beast, bury the bones, enjoy the feast, and take up control. Then I give you my soul. Was on my shoulder, got an aching down my spine. The chains are getting heavy, but I don't know what's your mind. Can you save me?
Number.
And I lost. Is it time to take me from all of these thoughts? They called me a hobby, never know when it could change. Tried to talk to my reflection, but he said he wants my name. Wake up the beast.
You know what? I think it's a good time to call them. Excuse me, my name is Sade Flynn, and I heard that there were some positions open. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Ah, alright. Alright, thank you, ma'am. That's the first one.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away.
Hello, ma'am. I would like to know. I'm a senior in high school, and I'm a little confused on the applying. So, uh, I want to basically apply to your program in the summer. Do I? Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed when I said losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed, you laughed, you laughed, and then you left, and then I'm mad. And they're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. Oh, hee hee, ha ha, to the happy home. With trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away. Ha ha. I cooked your food. I cleaned your house. And this is ours. You pay me back for all
Okay.
my kind of selfish loving deeds. Ha! Well, you just laid the fine again. And when they do
So, do I apply as a college volunteer, or do I still apply as a high school volunteer? I'll be staying local. Alright, thank you, ma'am. Alright, we do this.
Sister tried to end herself after fiance dumped her when he learned she cheated, and I'm to blame. This whole mess started when our family went on a cruise to celebrate two big milestones: my high school graduation and my sister's college graduation. My sister, who's 21, was engaged to this guy, 24 years old.
Here.
During the cruise, something happened that I wish I hadn't seen.
Name.
My sister cheated on her fiance.
Also,
She caught
am
the
I
witness
crazy
tape
for doing
and
this?
immediately
But I
beat
keep a separate account for stuff like business and all that.
No. What the fuck? Are you stupid? Never mind. No, you're not stupid. You're not.
No, I said crazy.
You're not crazy. Literally, anybody will tell you to have a personal and business.
To be honest, I think you could have handled it yourself. You said this was the first step, right? So just how many steps does your training have exactly?
3. Just 3 steps. Trust me, it won't take too much of your time.
I thirst for battle.
I like your spirit. Sure I didn't run to you sooner. Let's go. Next, we're gonna clear all the fragmentum cronies still left in the settlement.
Huh? Fragmentum?
Wasn't affected by fragmentum, right? Not wrong. Fissure only recently opened up. After all, I got the intel from our network just yesterday. I asked him to leave this case to me. Perfect was the second step for training, right?
Like master, like student. I admire your attitude. In any case, if this concerns fragmentum, then there's
Way ahead of you.
But a secret. Sister tried to end herself after fiance dumped her when he learned she cheated, and I'm to blame. We all went out for dinner. My parents, my sister, her fiance, and me. The restaurant we chose was pretty cozy, with a little area where customers wait to be seated. Near this spot, there were hallways leading to the bathrooms. During our dinner, I needed to use the restroom, and by chance, I ran into a friend there. We caught up for a bit, and as we were leaving the restroom, walking down that small hallway, my friend asked if things were tense between my sister and me. Without thinking too much about who might hear us, I confessed to her that I was feeling really stuck. On one hand, my sister is family, and I felt like I should have her back, but on the other hand, I felt awful for hiding what she did. What I didn't realize was that my sister's fiance was nearby and overheard everything I said. He didn't bring it up right then, but later that day, he confronted my sister, accused her of cheating, and broke off their relationship, all because of what he overheard me saying. After the breakup, my mom decided we should try to fix things.
She drove my sister and me to his apartment to talk it out. My mom went as far as to tell him that I had made up the story about my sister cheating just for some attention and pushed me to apologize. I did say I was sorry, but then he directly asked me if the cheating part was made up. I was in a tough spot because I really wanted to help my sister fix her relationship, but when I looked into his eyes and saw how much he was hurting, I just couldn't bring myself to lie. So, I stayed mostly silent, only managing a slight shake of my head in response. Things escalated quickly from there, turning into a huge argument, and he ended up calling the cops on us. It was an incredibly stressful and upsetting situation for everyone involved.
Okay.
Ever since the whole mess happened, my sister and mom have been giving me the cold shoulder. They haven't said a word to me, leaving me feeling like I'm all alone in this. The only person in my family who didn't blame me was my dad. Deep down, I know I should have kept the secret about my sister cheating, and I can't shake off the guilt. It's hard because her fiance actually made her happy, and now that's gone because of me. Then early this morning, around 1 a.m., my dad came into my room, tears streaming down his face. From the hallway, I could hear my mom crying uncontrollably. Walking into my sister's old room was like stepping into a nightmare. My sister was there, but it was like she wasn't really there at all. My mom was on the phone with emergency services, her words jumbled by her sobs. The scene in that room is something I can't describe and wish I could forget. Feeling only guilt, I watched as my family fell apart. Later at the hospital, things got even worse. I mentioned to my dad that I was thirsty, but when he offered to find me some water, my mom lost it. She lashed out at both of us, but her anger was mainly directed at me. She blamed me for everything, saying if my sister didn't pull through, it would be my fault. She even said she wished it had been me instead. My dad tried to stop her, telling her she was out of line, but she just kept defending her hurtful words. I've never felt so low. It feels like if I had just kept my mouth shut, none of this would have happened. My grandmother ended up taking me home from the hospital. I wanted to stay, but my dad said it was better if I left. And now, reading the advice before the update, it's clear that my sister's actions were her own. She chose to cheat and to react the way she did afterward. Despite my feelings of guilt, it's not fair for my mom to put all this on me. It's shocking how cruel she was, showing where my sister might have gotten some of her behaviors. I hope staying with my grandma and possibly getting some counseling will help me find some peace and put distance between my mom and me. Ever since everything went down, my relationship with my family feels like it's hanging by a thread. My sister's actions have caused a rift that's hard to ignore. After she cheated on her fiancé, I found myself stuck in a situation I never wanted to be part of. And now with everything that's happened since, it feels like my family is more divided than ever. My mom has taken my sister's side, blaming me for speaking up and even saying some really hurtful things. It's tough, but thankfully my dad's been a pillar of support, standing by me and helping me navigate through this mess. People have been telling me that none of this is my fault, and I'm trying to believe that. My sister made her own choices, from cheating to her drastic reaction to the fallout. It's clear now that my mom's behavior is really harmful, showing favoritism towards my sister and unfairly blaming me for the consequences of my sister's actions. I'm starting to realize that I need to take steps to protect my own well-being, especially considering the toxic environment at home. Some have suggested that staying with my grandma might be a good idea, at least until things cool down. I'm grateful for the advice, and honestly, I think my grandma would welcome me with open arms. With college on the horizon, I've been thinking about asking her if I can stay with her until it's time to leave for school. If she agrees, it'll give me a couple of months away from the tension at home and a chance to prepare for the next chapter of my life. Now for the update. First off, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who reached out with words of support and advice. It's been overwhelming to see so many people care. A lot has happened recently, but the most important update is about my sister. She's finally out of the hospital and in a stable condition, though she's still dealing with the aftermath.
I mean, as long as they're not
As for my
poking needles
relationship
into
with
me,
my
I
mom's
really
sister,
do not care.
It's pretty strained right now.
You don't
We're
want to be
not really
tested?
talking, and it's painful, but maybe it's for the best.
No,
How things
no.
have been. I tried visiting my sister in the
I don't want a Dexter
but
to
it
be
was
pulled
clear
on
she
me. They
wasn't
just
ready
like
to talk
poke
to
me with a needle and I just
It's a
explode.
complicated situation, and I'm just trying to figure out what comes next.
We were just trying to
I'm
test what
seriously considering the idea
nitroglycerin
of staying
does
with my
when
grandma
exploded
till I
in
get off to
body.
college, which seems like the best option for me right now. Again, thank you to everyone who's been so supportive through this tough time. But when I got there, she refused to even look at me. I knew that she was hurting, so I gave her space. My sister's ex-fiancé came to my grandma's house the day after my sister attended my dad. Him and I had a long conversation about everything. I was able to directly tell him what I caught her doing, how she reacted afterwards, and how she begged me to stay silent about it. After I was done explaining what I saw, he showed us a bunch of messages that my sister sent to him shortly before she attempted to take her life. She basically wrote along messages claiming she was held down and violated, and said that she begged me not to say anything to him because she was afraid and embarrassed about what happened. She then told him that he should not believe me because I'm just a kid who was confused about what I saw. Her ex-fiancé kept asking me if I was sure of what I saw, and I am. My dad didn't say much at this point, but it was obvious how disappointed it was to see 2 messages. To be clear, I always believe in supporting assault victims and being there for them, but I think it's disgusting what she was doing. I know exactly what I saw, and I wish I had proof. But when I walked into our room, she was enjoying what was going on. Without being too specific, my sister was not held down. She was on top of him when I walked in and was basically rotting his face. Not only did she quickly get off of him when she realized I walked in, but she tried to explain herself. After I caught my sister doing something wrong with another guy on the cruise, she begged me not to tell anyone. She was really upset and didn't want her boyfriend to find out because she had too much to drink and made a bad choice. Later, her boyfriend, who used to be her
the rest of this
fiancé,
information is
came
for
over
my
to talk
mother
me
to
and my
fill
dad
out.
at my grandma's house. I told him everything I saw, how my sister acted after it happened, and how she didn't want me to say anything. He showed us messages my sister sent him right before she tried to hurt herself badly.
And
In
I
those
filled out
messages,
the
she
rest.
said she was forced to do things she didn't want to and asked me to keep it a secret because she was scared and ashamed. She also said not to believe me because I was young and confused. Her ex-boyfriend kept asking if I was sure about what I saw, and I was. My dad didn't say much, but you could tell he was really upset by what my sister said in her messages. It's important to always believe and support people when they say they've been hurt. But what my sister was
That
doing
motherfucker
wasn't
is on
right.
RPG
I knew
Maker.
exactly what happened, and I wished I had proof.
Do it.
When I walked in, she was clearly not being
Delante.
forced. She was actually